So, John chapter 2. Again, we're excited that you're going on this journey through John with us. And John chapter 2 starts with a story that will probably be kind of familiar to all of you, whether you've read it or not. It's Jesus at a wedding. And maybe you don't think of Jesus at a wedding. I think sometimes we think of Jesus as very sort of, very kingly or regal, but Jesus wasn't afraid to let his hair down and have a good time. And he's at this wedding when his mom approaches him and says, "Son, they've run out of wine at the wedding. Isn't that terrible?" And the first thing that Jesus says, and I really want us to pay attention to this, he says, "Well, what is that to me? My hour has not yet come." See, this is the first time this idea has been introduced, the idea of Jesus's hour. And it's not quite clear yet what that's going to be, but as we read the gospel, it's going to become more and more clear. But eventually, Jesus decides to help the people at this wedding out. And so he goes and he turns these vats of water into wine. And John tells us that this is a sign, that this is a miracle that Jesus has performed, not just for the sake of doing a miracle, but to show us that he is the light, that he is the word that was talked about in chapter 1. But Jesus is also really serious, because right after this, Jesus goes to the temple in Jerusalem, a place that's meant to be for the worship of God, and he drives out people who are charging people money in order to worship God. And he says, "This is my Father's house." Right? So Jesus, yes, he's not afraid to have a good time. He's not afraid to let his hair down, but he's also really serious. Again, thanks so much for reading along through John with us. Let us know, did anything that Jesus did in this chapter surprise you?